Well, hi there. This episode, you can consider it an interlude. We won't be progressing with the main storyline. We won't even visit Archibald. But we will stop by the pit, as well as Celeste. We have an Arcomage Championship to win. I've rearranged one of the chests here a bit so I could fit in Zokar's axe. And I could also fit in Zokar the Fourth's skull. This skull is for the Druid promotion quest on the light side, where you find his remains and deliver them back to his tomb in the Barrow Downs. The Dark Path promotion quest for Druids is a bit harder. But we'll still keep his skull. That way no other Druids can get promoted. At least not on the light path. Anthony Green will have to think of some other means. So yeah, we're just going to play Arcomage. Hopefully it will be just 2 rounds of it. So we can keep this video short, but, I mean, who knows where the road will take us. I should also fly, because it's a bit quicker. We got some merch to sell.
Can I help you with anything?
Let's sell it.
Thanks. Come again.
I thought about selling the Wand of Blades I'm holding onto.
Thanks. Come again.
In Revocane's inventory, but whatever.
See anything you want?
Also, I preemptively lowered volume levels. Because we are going to be playing rounds of Arcomage, and it can get a little bit loud. Out of curiosity, what's the bounty this month? A Priest of the Moon, huh? You know, that one's plausible. I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll probably forget it. But, I could go kill a Priest of the Moon and make it back to Arathia. I might want to write that down. Actually, I will write that down. Now, you might wonder, why the hell are you going to write down bounties? Why are you even bothering to check? You have a ton of gold, and it's true. I do. But, the Ranger promotion quest, like the second one, for the Dark Path, involves getting 10,000 gold pieces worth of collected bounties. It's a bit of an obnoxious one. As, you basically, like, unless you're willing to, like, save and load in front of a town hall and constantly check, it can take you a long time to just, like, bumble into those. You have to make, like, a dedicated effort to hunt those bounties. And it might turn out that the bounty you're told to isn't a monster you can kill. Like, it might be a monster you can kill, but it's a monster you can't find, because they're all already dead. In the case, Priests of the Moon are actually not something I think we fought before in this entire run. We've seen and read that before.
Ew. What's that smell?
All these critters are friendly to us. Very thoughtful of them to be friendly.
Move it! I disarmed it.
We're here not to find anything to sell. We're just here to pick up loot. I'm also going to bother to pick up reagents, too, along the way, because we are eventually going to have that alchemy interlude. And I know I've left, like, a few other reagents laying around in places like Widowsweet Berries, on the ground in Arathia, some in Harmondale. But, going through all the various potions, and showing off all the white potions, will take a few reagents. Also, if you fall off this bridge, a teleporter takes you back to the start of the halls of the pit. Very short area,
no
though.
idea.
Full of
This is worthless.
zombies. Nice staff. Ah! Not a bad staff, actually. It's not magical, but you could enchant it to make it magical.
Junk.
As a matter of fact, let's enchant it to make it magical. Not Town Portal, Grimith. Ah,
I disarmed it.
whatever. Perhaps we'll enchant
This
it next
is
video.
worthless.
Really, because we have enchant item, I could just enchant all of the stuff I get to sell that's unenchanted, and sell it for even higher prices. Or, you know, for me to equip, but look at how much gold I have, okay?
Suppose there's any gold in there?
Like, we're not hurting. So this is the pit.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
All the
I have
necromancers
no
in this
idea.
game are lovely ladies. Necromancers, speakers of the dead, and queens of the dead are out
I
there.
have no idea.
You've got liches. Who says being dead is bad? There's also vampires that are milling around here too, but they're more in the back. And here is the vampire lounge where Paul the Innkeep awaits. Rules here aren't as severe as they are in Nihon. Only need a tower 100 or resource count of 300. Let's get to it. Resource generations 4 each. Towers start at a height of 30. Off to a start. Let's raise the wall up. Alright, good. Vampire card there I'll be able to play in a few turns. Play Dragon's Eye. Well, I'll still be able to play that vampire. We're looking good. Of course, that all can change in Arcomage, the card game that's not really a card game. Someone asked whether Jafan, the character I'm playing in the Sith Lords, would be interested in Arcomage, and I don't think so. Like, Arcomage is not a deck-building game, and there's no real stakes involved. Like, you don't lose anything with a loss other than, you know, it goes on your permanent record forever and ever, and it's only the first time you win a game in a tavern that you actually get a reward. Stupid Arcomage Championship. It is cool that entire teams can enter the Arcomage Championship and work together as a unit. I think that's a cool thing, right? That's how this team of 4 has entered. I probably shouldn't have played that card, because it's highly unlikely that I'm going to suffer from gems, and I don't think I'm going to win this game due to my gem total, but instead tower height. So I think that 5 damage there is going to make a big difference, particularly when combined with something like that. But who knows where the road will take us. Hell, we might get him on just pure damage to the tower if I can actually get some meaningful attack cards here. Of course, no. I couldn't get any meaningful attack cards. That would be tragic. Like, this is the chance to just deal pure damage to the tower. Finally get some wall up. Disgusting. Enemy has no business having a tower higher than mine. Screw that +2, like, zoo card. There we go. It's a meaningful foundations card. We'll chop all of that wall away. He, you know, follows up with not even losing any wall there. Bunch of useless crud. Get rid of this. It's kind of meaningless, but, you know, hey, maybe we'll end up winning that, that quarry victory. A resource victory through quarries. Kind of slurred my words a bit there. This does not look good, though. That's a bit shitty. That quarries help card. I'm a bit divided on that one. It's not good. Do I play Quarry's Help and then hope for another tower increasing card? Let's see. Playing that will take me down to 252. I think I'd do it. If I hadn't played that damn power burn, I'd have over 100, and I'd win this. Damn. Well, that'll take care of it all the same. A bit longer and more intense than it needed to be, but we succeeded. We'll explore the rest of the pit later. We have another game of Arcomage to win. Let's head back to Arathia. And now we travel to Bracada. By the way, Ambassador Wright wasn't kidding about hostilities should we ever set foot anywhere near Bracada Desert. Those golems that were once friendly to us will attack us on sight, which is why they're not going to see us. I'm going to cast Fly, Wizard Eye, and Invisibility. You can keep an eye on the map as well as the caution lights. Before I dip into Celeste, or head to Celeste, I'm going to hit up the Meditation Master here. All the way in the southwestern corner of the map, I believe. I'll just eschew the teleporters. Grab Meditation Master on Vic and J2. Southeastern corner of the map, not southwestern. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been enough time to pass for the magic shop here to restock. Do note that the golems here around the School of Sorcery don't aggro on us, which is neat, I reckon. Let's see, 281, 228. Excuse me, I popped my back. 309, 256. And druids can Grandmaster Meditation. Not that it makes that much of a difference. Well, I'm here. I suppose we can go get sassed by the, some promotion quest givers. Ranger Lord. You've chosen the path of darkness. I refuse to teach such as you. You would only use my lessons to further your selfish goals. May heaven have mercy on your souls. Lady here. Call you champions? Never. The only reason I'm not hacking you evildoers to bits is that you came here peacefully. Leave now before I change my mind and rid the world of another problem. You could try. Take that back, or I'll crush you. Gold pile there actually had 2 copies in it. Interesting. Whatever. We can pick up some ore while we're here. Not a big deal. There's some value in it. It could make a potentially useful item. Though if I was really interested in grabbing ore, I would have grabbed some from Mountain Ion. Some really good stuff there. Okay. I might have accidentally bumped into a peasant. Invisibility wore off there. You bump into anyone, invisibility's gone.
Ew. What's that smell?
I have no idea.
Note that Celeste is indoors, so I can't fly around. And if you fall off the edge, you begin to plummet back to Earth. Welcome. Figured we stop in and say hello to the guy? Looks like the stables guy here in Brigada. You have fun there.
Come on in, have a drink.
So the Blessed Brew, imagine this group come in. They've won games of Arcomage all over the land. This is the final tavern they have to play a game of Arcomage in. The tavern, like, comes to, like, an awkward silence as, like, the Lords of Harmondale walk in, the invisibility fades away. You know, there's, like, an angel who's, like, off-duty, who's, like, sitting on one of the benches, who, like, bends the metal cup as, like his hand clenches in anger. Joseph pours some drinks, says, "Ah, welcome, Lords of Harmondale. What brings you here to the Blessed Brew?" You know, pointing, like, gesturing up towards, like, a sign that warns, like, no fighting is to occur here in the tavern. You know, Joseph, former adventurer, he's seen a lot of shit in his day, doesn't quite adhere to the strictures of Gavin Magnus and Celeste. You know, thinks Ambassador Wright's terrible at his job, will not aggress on us. And, you know, he's probably the local Arcomage Champion, too. You know, pours drinks for everyone. You can't actually buy drinks like you can in, like, Might and Magic 6, where you can, like, buy drinks and then ask, like, the bartender for, like, tips or whatever. You know, motions to, like, some benches, pulls out his Arcomage deck, Revocane sits down, Flailfist goes to arm wrestle the angel. Princess J2 looks outside and thinks how we could have been here in this lofty, beautiful place. You know, looking at Celeste and down at Bricata from, like, basically we're so far up. And Vic just, you know, having a drink, nodding to herself. Joseph telling stories about how he used to be an adventurer. You know, he's seen a lot of shit. You know, he gets it, it's cool. You know, asking, you know, how many games the group has played, and, you know, like, reacts surprised when the group says they're all together, you know, playing as one unit in the Arcomage Championship. This is the final tavern they have to play in. Alright, let's do it. Pretty much the same as the pin. Let's get to work. Ooh, double emerald cards. I like it. My wall's pretty cruddy. But hey, at least we can find a use for foundations now. Well, a better use for it, rather. Play that diamond next before we play the wall. We'll play copying the tech now. Crumble stone. This one seems like it's running smoother. That it's going to be a quicker game. Quicker game one way or the other, that's for sure. I don't have any wall up. Oof. I'm not in a good position. Let's play this. I won't play parody yet. Oof. Get rid of this bridge shortage. Harmonic ore. Yeah, I'm gonna play parody now. That actually hurts me the most on the gym front, but thankfully I don't have, like, really big ticket cards to play there. Let's get rid of that basic wall, get another basic wall. Enemy is keeping the pressure on me. He's slightly ahead in the brick count than I am, but I do have one more quarry than he does. It has more zoos than I do, though. We'll see how that plays out over the course of the game. Or what I said about this being quicker. Let's go ahead and play that Quarry's Help card again, especially with after that. Now double-digit quarries for my opponent. Both of us frozen here and raising like the height of our towers. Just keeps pouring the damage on. Mm, 65 wall. It doesn't matter. I gotta win this through a tower victory. He's got, too many quarries. And I'm not getting the cards to do that, and he is. Why did I play that? I guess for something like that. I'm going nowhere. Fast. Loss. Joseph laughs. Everyone gets another round of drinks. Flail Fist and the Angel are still tightly clenched. In Mortal Kombat. Just deal damage to the tower. Damn if I wasn't trying to put pressure on that thing. Really lowered the quarry count of my opponent, though, this time. That's pretty nice. However, my opponent has a tower size of 69 now. I'm not getting much of anything here. Good lord. He didn't have that many bricks to lose, so that wasn't as harmful of a card. Wow. Like Joseph's about to hose us again. This does not look good. I'm gonna sacrifice my magic there to try and keep this tower from getting too high. It's a good thing I've gotten all these damn cards to do something. Who cares about 6 beasts right now? Just a constant struggle, fuck. 93 tower, no damn wall. I can't do anything. God damn. Flailfish looks over in a moment of distraction. The Angel slams his hand down. Angel wins. Flailfish gets angry. We're doing it again! Revocane, like, gets up. Clearly had too much to drink. Perhaps that's Joseph's tactic. Vic sits down to play. Just shaking my head in dismay and disgust. We were getting a lot of last-second cards that deal damage to the enemy tower, but it's just not enough. We weren't getting enough. Distressing. As I've noted before, I enjoy Arcomage, but it's not really a card game. There's some skill involved. But it's not in any deck building. Just like, take what the game gives you here. You don't have to do this at all. Like, you don't even get the deck unless you go into an optional dungeon, and the Arcomage Championship's certainly a side quest. But you do get a reward for winning the Arcomage Championship. Now, whether the reward is something that you consider to be worth your time, well, that's up for debate. It basically just it's a matter of personal perspective and how long it took you to win the Arcomage Championship. Because, say if you've played as much as I have this run, we don't just have a lot of money, but we have a lot of equipment, too. And so the reward you get for the Arcomage Championship, while extensive, is not really a game changer for us because of all the good stuff we already have. Now, if you, like, hurried through the main quest line, you know, got it done in a far more timely fashion, like, say, 6 months, you know, instead of, like, 13 months we're into the game, then the reward you get for the Arcomage Championship, far more beneficial. And hell, I could have, you know, done the main quest line, the whole Rathian-Avali War, and picked the successor to Judge Grey far quicker than I actually did. The reward is extensive and nice, but it's very possible to play and enjoy and win the game without using any of it. Which we'll discover as soon as Joseph stops beating the shit out of us. Thank you. Appreciate it. We end with a record of 13 wins and 6 losses, 2 from Joseph there at the end.
Fine armor for sale.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm glad I checked. Ah, Golden Chainmail, huh? That personality plus 12 helmet might be good too.
For my time,
Take that back.
Accuracy plus 7. That plus 12 would actually take us to the next threshold.
Fine armor for
I'm gonna
sale.
grab that.
I hope.
I cut off his line. And I'm definitely grabbing that Resplendent Chainmail too, despite the luck that I'll be losing.
Fine armor for sale.
Well, the Golden Chainmail, rather. Yeah, let's do it. We can enchant these Mogre Gauntlets. Keep in mind that my enchantments aren't the best, because I have Master Water Magic instead of Grandmaster Water Magic, so I'm not going to see the best stuff. That said, I do have the gold to splurge on these sorts of things. Again, nothing here I want to grab.
I hope I have been of
Some use. Let's go ahead and put that on. We'll keep this stuff to fiddle with in a bit. Let's stop by the weapon, man.
Can I help you find something?
Maybe. What you got? Regnan Cutlass is neat and have another Mighty Halberd, so I can enchant the first one. If I don't like it, I can buy the second one. And see what enchantments I roll on the two of them. Sure, I got the cash. We're gonna have more cash once we turn in the Arcomage Championship.
Return soon, my friend. Can I help you find something? A hex on you, Skinflint.
Well, are you talking to me?
A hex on you, Skinflint, by the way. We gotta turn the sound up. While I'm here in Celeste, I want to hit up a few other places. Just because it's Celeste. I gotta kind of remember where I'm going here, though. And us aggroing the angels has changed things a bit. Sunlight Reveal, my lords. You've come to the wrong person if you want to be promoted beyond priest. I am well aware of your choice to follow the path of dark, and I will have nothing to do with you. Light Magic Master, if you're interested in picking that up. The Proving Grounds, called the Walls of Mist, is something we actually walked past. The place where all the wizards in Celeste have to go before they learn the High Art. I hear it is much more of a moral test than a physical one. You aren't allowed to kill any of the monsters in the maze, and that's true. Your initiation quest, your test, in order to properly side with the Wizards of Rakata, is to complete the Walls of Mist without killing anything in there.
Ow!
We could defeat these damn angels. By the way, who ultimately won that battle? Maybe Failfist punched that angel in the face, won the arm wrestling match, and then walked away. There's an obelisk for our troubles. I wanted to visit other places here, too. I could do that. Let's see, we're a half hour into the video already. I wanted to hit up the Alchemist shop before I left here. Am I willing to make this like a 40-minute video to do that? Yeah, sure.
I have no idea.
Let's just run past.
Ow!
Not really interested in a fight. Even if it's a fight that we could win.
Ow!
Let's just go this way.
Ah, what a scratch.
Excuse me, pardon me coming through.
But I need...
We'll be back up to murder all these angels later.
Special brew is just for you.
Good. Potion of Pure Might, I'll take it. Potion of Stone to Flesh, though. Bleh. That wasn't as worth it as I was hoping. Kind of a waste of my time, buddy. I'm probably gonna have to fight my way out here because I don't think there's any holes to fall down.
Ah, what a scratch.
Fine enchantments for a reasonable price.
Is that right? Find enchantments? Scroll reanimate, because I can't teleport out of here. Generate spell points over time, plus 5 hit points. Warlock's Ring, we'll pick it up.
Return soon, my friend.
Ah, what a scratch.
It doesn't even hurt.
You sure you don't have a falling out while you're here? Wait.
Ah, what a scratch.
Alright, we made it. Bye, guys!
Oh!
Well, we got a Potion of Pure Might for our trouble, I guess. Now Revocane has 103 might. Actually has more might than Flailfist does at the moment. Interesting. Okay. Not you. Alright. That was a bit of excitement. Let's become Arcomage Champions, y'all. Congratulations, you have become the Arcomage Champion. The prize is waiting in the chest right outside my house, 100,000 gold. And the followers didn't get to touch any of it. If I hadn't spent any money up there in Celeste, we would have had over 300,000. Welcome, Arcomage Champions. And our prize, well, is something worth talking a bit about. There's a number of artifacts in this game, including artifacts that are limited based on race, gender. Take, for example, this sword. This is Elfbane. Of shielding, it's an elf slayer, but it's goblin only. Sword was created by the goblins for their chief at the time, Grogar. Unfortunately, the goblins lost the war and Elfbane was lost for quite some time. Enchanted to both slay elves and protect its wielder from arrows, Elfbane truly lives up to its name, but the weapon is unusable by all but a goblin. Well, we do have a goblin, but he's a monk. We don't really have that many elves to kill in this game, though. But we will end up killing some elves, and we will make a use of this sword on one mission. Flailfist will pick it up. Like, what the hell, let's use a weapon for a change. Maybe he's pissed about what happened in Celeste, right? He's like, I'll keep this in mind. Shit. Even though the elves don't really have anything to do with angels. Then you have Mind's Eye. Plus 15 intellect, plus 15 personality, regenerates spell points for humans only. It was created by Mecharig for the great druid Lorette Wiseman. While enhancing both intellect and personality, Mind's Eye regenerates the wearer's mana and also provides head protection, but it only fits on the head of a human. Typically, throughout the course of my playthroughs, I've made my archers elves, and I've made my humans, or I've made my druids humans. Humans really aren't good, like attribute-wise, like they're average, and they don't have any strengths that you can, like, rely on. In this particular case for this party, the druid was going to be one of my primary casters, and I wanted to have one of each race on the team. So I'm like, okay, we're going to slap an elf here and take advantage of that strength. But I want to have a human in the party too, so I'm going to make the human archer, and I'm not relying on the archer to cast at all, so the intelligence score that you get from being an elf doesn't matter. Revocane's the only one who can wear this helmet, but since we're not using the spell capabilities of Revocane, it literally doesn't matter. Regenerate spell points, plus 15 intellect, plus 15 personality, big whoop. Perhaps, you know, we can find a contest that we could somehow make use of that, but it has less armor than what we're wearing, too. I just don't have a feel of compulsion to wear that. Then you have the Forge Gauntlets. Plus 15 might, plus 15 endurance. They're dwarven and provide fire resistance. They were created by Mecharig for his assistants to aid them in helping him. Which is useful. We can find some use out of them, though I think they'll now lower Vic's personality threshold. They're pretty nice, though. No problem with them. Finally, we have an item that we can't even use at all. You know, not the reason why I make my archers elves, typically, but it helps. Elven Chainmail. Of recovery, plus 15 speed, plus 15 accuracy. Elven. The only elf we have can't wear chain. While it's a nice piece of armor as well, it's also not as good as the golden chainmail we have. That doesn't even have enchantments on it. Which means, you know, like, we can fling enchant item on those pieces of armor and see where the road takes us. Which I surely will at some point. We also have some Stalt-laced ore. It's really nice. And a number of gold pieces for our troubles, some Fade Dust, and a Potion of Awaken.
Rubbish.
And the rest of this stuff, I'm not even going to bother to pick up. So that takes care of this episode. We're Arcomage Champions. Along the way, I grabbed the Potion of Might. Off camera, what I'm going to do is cash in my ore. I'm going to throw some enchant item on some items and see where the road takes us. I'm going to stash some things in Castle Harmondale, and we'll probably pick up back in Castle Harmondale. We'll cast Town Portal to take us back to the pit, and we'll visit Archibald Ironfist. You'll see that we can visit both Celeste and the pit now, that we visited them once before. It'll take us to the fountains. We ran past the fountain in Celeste, where the angels were around, and the fountain in the pit is next to the tavern. Okay. So next up will be Archibald Ironfist and engaging in the initiation quest, and then we'll properly explore the pit. It's more difficult to navigate around than Celeste is, although Celeste does have the pits. Funny how that all works out, but yep. We're Arcomage Champions, everyone. Woohoo! Was all the gold really worth our time in these items? They're not huge game changers, but as I noted, I like Arcomage. It's good to show it off for this playthrough where I'm showing off all the things. Like, golden chainmail is definitely better than elven chainmail, but I mean, this golden chainmail was made in the heavenly forges. This elven chainmail was made by elves. Take care, everyone. Talk to you later.